So it's that time of year again. It's time for the Dirt Trax crew to make their first trip to Hatfield McCoy of the season. We're going to ride a new trail system called the Devil Anse Trail system, and we're pretty excited about what this trail system means and what it does for Hatfield McCoy in general. One of the things I hear a lot in speaking with people about Hatfield McCoy is that it's a long way away. And the truth is, it's not really as far as you think. For us, it's about 700 miles, which takes about 12 hours. But for people all around the eastern United States and Canada, it's worth the one-day drive. For example, to Charleston, West Virginia, it's only 527 miles from Toronto, 532 miles from New York, 491 miles from Chicago, and 800 miles approximately from Montreal. So all of these trips are doable within a day or a day and a half. And the reality is, it is so worth the drive. What you find here, you can't find anywhere else. So to take a day to drive and spend a week riding, totally worth it. To say that I've been to Hatfield McCoy a lot would be a huge understatement. I have been here more times than I can count, and every time I come back, I experience something new. We've done things like whitewater rafting, we did caving, we rode motorcycles, I've stayed at unique places, I've met unique people, just so many different things you can do while you're down in West Virginia riding the Hatfield McCoy trails. And this time is no different because we get to preview an all-new trail system called the Devil Anse system, and it connects two other of the Hatfield McCoy trail systems together to make one great big riding experience. I think what I like about this area of West Virginia the most, and what I think the Devil Anse trail system offers the rider, is the ability to experience all kinds of different unique communities. Every one of these little communities that's connected now is different in its own way. Matewan, for example, has got awesome history both with the Hatfield McCoy feud and the mining industry and the mining wars way back when. You've got Logan, that's sort of more of a city. You've got Man, that's a little bit of a suburb of Logan, and it's got a really nice hometown vibe right on the river. Gilbert is sort of where it all began with the community center, and Trails Fest happens there. Williamson is just a quaint little place that you know has got a great feel and really makes you feel welcome when you're there. These are all unique communities, and you can access all of them from one location now. And I think that opens up a world of possibilities for riding. For this trip, we're staying in the town of Man, which is in Logan County. And I've actually stayed here before. It was many years ago. We stayed here at the Depot Lodge, which is a fantastic lodge if you're down in this area. And it's not that far from the town of Logan itself, and Logan is right off the freeway, so it's really easy to get to. In West Virginia, accommodations all have their unique flavor, and the Depot certainly fits that mold. It is one very unique location. It's an old train station that's been converted into sort of a lodge type, hotel type deal. It can sleep 30 people, and it's got a lot of unique features on the outside. It's just a really unique location and a great place to base your ride out of when you're riding Hatfield McCoy trails. The morning we rode, we met up with Chris, John, and Cody from Hatfield right out in front of the Depot Lodge, and they had a great ride in store for us that would take us across multiple systems and highlight the new Devil Anse system, of course, being the reason we're there.
The Devil Anse Trail system is going to consist of 60 to 80 miles of trail. It will connect two trail systems together, the Rock House Trail System and the Buffalo Mountain Trail System. The Hatfield McCoy Trail System is an economic development project. We currently have over 700 miles of trail. We are a 9-county project area, and our mission is to connect to every community in every county.
The first part of the ride out of the town of Man was definitely something to experience. They have redecked an old train bridge. It's super long, one of the longest rideable bridges in North America right now, and it's been professionally redecked. It crosses the river right there in Man, and it's really a neat kind of feature of the trails in that area. It's the only way to get out of town, so if you're gonna stay in Man, you're gonna cross the bridge. Before we go any further, we need to talk about the importance of the Devil Anse Trail system, and it's a big deal for Hatfield McCoy. It's not just another system. The Devil Anse Trail system connects Rock House with Buffalo Mountain, and what that means is that you can ride all the way from one side of Buffalo Mountain straight across to the other side of Rock House.
We developed these two trail systems, the Rock House and the Buffalo Mountain, right at 15 years ago. Since we've worked on connecting those two systems, which will connect 5 separate communities.
Now that the Devil Anse Trail is being built and is almost finished, you can access the towns of Man, Gilbert, Logan, Matewan, Delbarton, and Williamson, all from any location on those trails. Our ride day left from the town of Man, and we rode Rock House to get to the Devil Anse system. And Rock House trails I've ridden a number of times. They're fantastic, as always. Impeccably maintained. There's all kinds of really cool elevation changes with awesome switchbacks riding up the sides of the mountain. We were there when it was relatively wet, so there was some mud and lots of mud puddles, but riding this trail got us to the new Devil Anse system.
Some of the biggest challenges connecting 3 trail systems together are the rivers, roads, railroad tracks, and finding a way on the land company's properties where we don't affect their mining and timbering and gas. We work really close with a lot of different private landowners to create our trail systems, and they're our #1 supporters and have really made Hatfield McCoy what they are today.
The Devil Anse Trail system is also unique in that it's the first trail system Hatfield McCoy has built from nothing. It was not built on previous mining, gas, or timber roads. They're building each trail themselves the whole way. So when we arrived, the trails were literally just built. And if Hatfield McCoy knows how to do one thing, they know how to build awesome trails. They're wide, they're smooth, they're diverse in terms of elevation changes, lots of great views. You can go fast or slow. Obviously, just like Hatfield, there's all different types of trails when you're there in terms of beginner, intermediate, difficult, expert. It offers all of the things that you love about Hatfield McCoy trails in a new environment, and each trail was built specifically for side-by-sides and ATVs. While we were out on the Devil Anse system, the guys we were riding with said they had a really unique place to take us, and something that I'd never seen before, something that was now accessible thanks to the Devil Anse system that wasn't previously accessible by ATV. So when we rolled up along the side of one of the roads to a trail marker, a historical sign that said it was the Hatfield family cemetery, that sparked my interest. You kind of climb a hill up into the mountains, really, and on the side of the hill is a cemetery that's hundreds of years old. And an interesting part about it is that it is the Hatfield family cemetery, which means anybody buried there was somehow related to the Hatfields. And everybody in the Hatfield family is there, from Devil Anse himself to his sons, his wife, his nephews and nieces and cousins. It is such a unique place to just wander around and take in the meaning of what this place is and how it is so connected to the history of the area and all the stories you've heard. After we were done at the cemetery, we'd ridden quite a long way at this point, and we needed some gas. And the guys said we can make it to Horsepen Mountain. Now that Devil Anse is open, to that point, you can now get up to Horsepen Mountain, and there's a gas station there with a little restaurant. We were hungry and we needed gas, so it was the perfect location for us to head to.
When trail riders come and visit these 3 trail systems that are connected together, they're in for a real treat. You've got every aspect of trail riding here. You've got good views, you've got tight trails, you've got open trails, you've got slow trails. It's a package deal. It's got everything you want. You can spend a good week here and still not see everything.
If you think about it, when you have access to 300 plus miles of trail, you have to have access to gas and food and amenities as well, because a person can't physically take all the stuff with them that they want to for multi-day rides, or maybe they don't want to take all their stuff with them. So being able to access Horsepen Mountain at this point is perfect and makes a lot of sense. It's a very important feature of Hatfield McCoy trails that you can access these things right from the trail, and it's something that sets this place apart again from a lot of other places we ride. After we were done with gas, it was our mission was to get back home, of course. And as we were headed back home, I was thinking to myself, Hatfield McCoy never stops evolving. And the Devil Anse system may not be finished right now, but as they complete sections of it, they open those sections right away. Their target completion date is sometime in the next year, sooner than later, they've all said. But you can watch their website to find out exactly what portions are open, and you can watch for when the whole system itself is complete. But it really speaks to the motivation behind the Hatfield McCoy crew and how they understand the rider. They get ATVing, they get side-by-side riders. They love riding their side-by-sides and ATVs, and they want to have the best trails for themselves and for us, so that we all want to come back over and over.
If you like this video, click the link and subscribe to Trax's YouTube page, where we're updating all kinds of fresh stuff like you've just seen.